Hello and welcome. I'm Bio, and I bet you did not see this coming. I bet you didn't. I bet you didn't see it coming. Why are we looking at this game? We've already looked at Crazy Frog Racer in the past. Well, believe it or not, the only version of Crazy Frog Racer I didn't play back in the day, because I played the PlayStation 2 version of this game, GBA version of this game, then I played the sequel on PS2, as well as that stupid art gallery game that no one seemed to know about for the DS. The one version I missed was Crazy Frog Racer on DS. Lo and behold, I didn't even realize it. But the DS version is developed by the Code Monkeys. You can't even write this. It's like, how? It's like it always seems to come full circle, it really does. But yeah, so this is Crazy Frog Racer for the Nintendo DS. Developed by the Code Monkeys, published by Mercury Games, and released in November 2006. Exclusively in Europe, I think. I don't think this came out in America. But yeah, that's the thing. There you go, there's the Code Monkeys. Featuring the annoying thing. I just can't believe it. I honestly can't believe that this is a thing. But yeah, okay, so let's go and play some Crazy Frog Racer. Yeah, we'll do it on easy, sure. Oh god, that looks great, doesn't it? So we have the annoying thing. We have Ellie, Jack, Flash. I do love how they had to create characters for this game because literally there was no characters. Like there's Grim. Oh no, Drone. There's Drone, which is obviously from like the first Axel F music video, I think. But then they had to create Flash and Grim, which are the same character, just did a palette swap. Michael and Bobo. So, but of course I'm going to play as the annoying thing, because why would I play this game and not play the annoying thing? He is the main character. So we're going to do the Baby Cup, because that's all we have available. Let's dive in. I can see this being absolutely horrendous, but we'll see. We'll see. Because I personally think that Crazy Frog Racer on the PS2, at least the first game, had potential to be good. It was just so poorly designed, but the actual idea was cool because you've got this big open road. If it was anything but Crazy Frog and a bit more refined, I think it potentially could have been something. I don't know what it could have been, but it could have been something. There we go. So far this looks pretty much identical to the PS2 version. Just obviously with worse graphics. Like the medals again. You don't have the same music. Great music. Makes me realize, like, oh, obviously I got Biotex and I'm uploading like video game OSTs on there, and I realized like, oh, I haven't done a DS one for a long time. So I thought about doing Kaiji on the DS because I had a look and no one had that. I wonder if this game has had its OST uploaded to YouTube. I'll find out, don't worry. And if it hasn't, guess what? I'm going to attempt to do it. Attempt, obviously, it doesn't always work out. You can't always extract music tracks from the game. It doesn't always work that way. Okay, so far, I will admit one thing. The track design is way simpler in this game than the PS2 version. In other words, the complexity of the track. The design is the same, really, aesthetically anyway. But also, the sense of speed has been reduced dramatically. So you don't feel like you're flying off the deep end every single time. Like, one of the major concerns I had with the PS2 version is that it's so easy to just fall off the track all the time. And you'd end up just, like, because of how the track was designed and how fast the game was, you just go slamming into the wall like this. but it was on a completely different scale. You're doing it like every 5 seconds, just slamming into the wall, slamming into the wall. You'd have to... The only way I could see you doing well is if you memorize the track. Oh, that hurt me. But this is... Oh, now we've got super speed. Whoop. But at least with this one, you can't actually fall off the track, which in my opinion is something. I did forget with this, I did forget with Crazy Frog Racer, you collect, you see these coins, there's no power, there is power-ups, they don't work the same way. Basically how you do the power-ups is you collect these coins, and these coins are what basically unlock things. Like, there you go, there's a landmine I just dropped, I think. I collect more coins and I get access to the power-ups, and you cycle through the power-ups with the L and R button. There you go, I collect one coin, I can only use this power-up. The mine. Go, we win. I had a much easier... I'm having a much easier time with this game, that's crazy. It's Crazy Frog, that is. Those terrible jokes. If I'm honest with you, is there anything special about this game? No, it's very mediocre racer for the DS. Very mediocre racer, don't get me wrong. But it seems like the scope has been scaled back. And it's been scaled back enough, in my opinion, that now it's at least somewhat playable. Maybe not enjoyable, like at least the PS2 game was comical, you could laugh. This one's just boring. The GBA game also was kind of basic and boring. Well, but I would actually say that this probably plays better than the GBA game. This is probably the best way to experience a Crazy Frog racing game. That really is saying something, isn't it? That this is the best way to experience a Crazy Frog racing game. It really is. The speed is what it, it's reasonable. Track design is reasonable. It's not insane. You can't fall off the track either. There's like invisible walls like you could in the PS2 game. Yeah. Natural reasonability. Who would have thought? Not me. I'm gonna boost in a minute because we're coming up to a straight. Leave. Straight. Kind of. Oh, that's not the power-up I wanted to use. Use the wrong one. I like how your own power-up can blow you up, though. That's quite funny. Oh, so you can fall off the level, but you have to be really high in the air to be able to do it. There you go. You have to be really high to be able to do it. You got to be right off, but generally speaking, you can't fall off. Whereas, like, let's say I'll go slam, boom. You would fall off the level at that instance. You saw there. You would have fell off. You fell off. It's not that one I want. Which one is it? There's the one I want. The boost. Boost I want. I can see the straight coming up that I'm going to use it on. Yeah, if I'm honest with you, again, this is a mediocre racing game. But at least you can play this. Yeah, so even with that, I didn't fall off. It's only on that jump where you can fall off. Which is not too bad, it's fine. Boost again. I've got enough coins to boost again if I want to. Someone's right on my tail. I will admit, the track design is a little bit all over the place. Going up here, off the level, and there we go. Land, boom, we landed. Yeah, if I'm honest with you, It's a mediocre racing game, but it works. You know, there's far worse racing games on the DS. I can say that. Is it boring? Yeah, I will admit it's boring. Like I said, the Crazy Frog PS2 game had something. It had potential. It had just the way the levels were and the sense of speed. It had something. It just, what would have been better is if it basically glued its racers to the track so they can't fall off the track. And then they could have added like stupid sense of speed to the game. With just a long straights with turns. And yeah, basically you would have had an F-Zero game. I said this before, that Crazy Frog on the PS2, Crazy Frog Racer on the PS2, it does have a kind of F-Zero kind of feel to it. Just it's so badly designed. It's just a massive crying shame, really. There we go. We win again. I don't know how many races each of these things have got. Do one more race, I think. But then I definitely am going to call it there. Oh, this one's a bit complicated. Okay. Music is definitely interesting. Very, very, very basic. Okay, we got a fool here. At least you can quite clearly see on the mini-map where the fools are going to be. That's one thing. I guess if you get hit by enough enemy projectiles, it lowers the cog meter, the nut meter, or whatever you want to call it. Looks like a wheel nut in the bottom right of the mini-map, on the bottom screen. Yeah, he definitely Oh, I fell off. I was scratching my nose. There we go. I do like how I'm not the only one that has issue with that jump. Like, the CPUs have issue with it as well, by the way. I know I'm playing on easy, but still. Don't care. Still be the same. Oh, I just realized I've got to do 3 laps of this. 3 laps of this level. That's not appealing. Yeah, I have nothing really more to say on this game. It's a mediocre racing game on the DS. It works, which is a positive, especially against its counterparts. But it's still not a great experience. Music isn't anything special. Game isn't anything special. At least it works. Oh, fell off the level again. Oh, fell off the level again. Yeah, I've definitely had enough of this. Yeah, like I said, it's just a mediocre it's just a mediocre racing game. Is it the best version of Crazy Frog Racer that you can play? Probably. That ain't really saying much, is it? So, but yeah, I'm not willing to play any more Crazy Frog Racer. It's not really my kind of game. But still crazy to think that the Code Monkeys developed this. So I was like, yeah, I'm never going to play the DS version. Never going to play it. Then this came up. Crazy. But anyway, we're going to call it there. I've been Bio. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. At least one positive from this would be seeing what Midjourney does with that face.